What is up, guys? It's Max Merc here, and today I have the brand new Audi TT for you guys. I've brought it here to an underground parking garage because outside it's really rainy and it's a little too bright to show off the lights and LEDs of this car, but today I'll be doing a night review for you guys. So I'm going to give you a little walk around of the car. First of all, it's a TT Coupe. Just a standard TT, not the TTS or TTRS, but pretty much all of them come with the same, lighting features. So let's go ahead to the front of the car. This is the key to the car. It's the new style of the Audi keys. So to unlock the vehicle, you can either use the keyless on the door, or you can just push on the button. That's the lock button. This is unlock, and the LEDs illuminate. Audi makes really good looking LEDs these days. And then here on the side mirror, you do have LEDs in the side mirror coming around to the rear of the car. And when you do unlock the car, you do get Audi's new, the sweeping, the sequential taillight. So I hope that shows up in the video. But as you can see, this bottom part looks very cool and futuristic, if you ask me. I wish all cars did that. But right now, pretty much the only cars that I know that do that here in America are Audi and the Mustang. So I'll go ahead and show you guys each and every single one of its light settings. These are the daytime running lights for the car. If I go ahead and turn on turn signal, it shuts off the white portion and it turns on the turn signal. And then in the back, you have just the turn signal. So next, moving on, if I put on the parking lights for the car, you have a dimmer white LED, and then you do have these side markers too on the side. So the way Audi has made this light, they've made it so from the front you can see the white, and from the side you can see the orange. So I'll go ahead and turn on the turn signal. So now the actual taillight portion has come on as well. Now I'll go ahead and turn on the actual low beams. And then this is high beams. With the high beam is pretty much the entire headlight housing is illuminated. And then I'll go ahead and turn on the fog lights as well. I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but if I turn on the fog lights, the side portion illuminates. So that's the fog light. Fog light is pretty much right there. And basically that also turns on their cornering lights as well. So when you turn on the turn signals or turn the wheel, those illuminate as well. And last but not least, you have your rear fog lights. This is your standard taillight, and right here, this extra bright LED is your rear fog light. Normal, rear fog lights on. Rear fogs off, brakes on. Rear fogs on, brakes on. Rear fogs off, rear fogs on. The brake light also acts as the turn signal, as you can see. So as I was saying, another way you can open the car is through keyless, through the door handle, and all the LEDs will turn on just like with the key. So on the interior of the car here, as you can see, you do have a nice little LED strip running down here on the Bang & Olufsen speaker system. And then looking up to the door, you do have a nice, like a cool white, or like it's more of a warm white strip of a LED that runs through there. And then you do also have an LED in the door handle. So interior wise, you do have LED dome lights up there, and they do a pretty good job of illuminating the interior of this car. As you can see, quilted leather. Step inside and you're greeted with this big flat bottom steering wheel. The new Audi steering wheels, I think they look pretty good, if you ask me. Some people like it, some people don't. Alright guys, so I've powered on the car for you guys. Over here you have your heated seat controls. Pretty neat. They're incorporated here into the vents, so I'll leave those on. And as far as lighting goes, all the buttons are illuminated red, including the paddles right here. Your paddles right there. Your headlight switches, window switches over there. And then another cool thing is right here with the cruise control. While it's pushed back, the lights turn off. When you pull it forward, the lights turn on. Moving throughout the car, over here you do have your AC controls incorporated here into the vents. Different buttons, rear defrost. And these are illuminated with orange. And then your buttons here, such as for the rear spoiler, parking sensors. Moving down, the entire car is finished with like a textured aluminum finish. Doubt it's real aluminum, but nonetheless it looks really good. And you have your start stop button here illuminated in red, and then you have your volume controls right here, and then your shift lever. This is S-tronic right there. Moving down, you have your parking brake right here, and then your control wheel for the Audi MMI. This is a touchpad too, so you can actually draw with that. And if I take away the flash, there's an actual white ring, so you can see in the dark. A bit dim, but there is a LED strip that runs right here throughout the door. It's pretty dim. I have it on the brightest setting right now. You can actually adjust everything right here inside the virtual cockpit. And speaking of the virtual cockpit, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Buttons are illuminated in red. You can actually go through, mess with whatever you want in here. If I go ahead and go to vehicle and push this, you can go to vehicle settings right here. And then you have exterior lighting, automatic headlights, activation time, early, medium, late. Medium is the default. And then entry exit lighting, which is what I just showed you. When you unlock the car and lock the car, the lights stay on for a minute or so, and then they shut themselves off. And then your daytime running lights, which are the LEDs up front. So this right here is your Google Maps for the virtual cockpit. Very cool. It's very detailed, and it's just like, when you get in this car, you don't see any other car who has this. Such a cool piece of technology in a car. So as far as the backseat goes, I know it's very dark, but those poor guys don't get any sort of lighting back there. Not that anyone's going to be sitting there in the first place, because the backseat of the Audi TT is pretty much non-existent. So whoever's back there is already having it pretty rough for themselves, being back there in the first place, and then no lighting for them or any space. So yeah. Another cool thing I'd like to point out is up here. These dome lights are actually touch sensitive, so a lot of cars are going towards that, and I know some BMWs have. You just touch it, turns on. Very cool. If you guys want to see more, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.